Hey everybody! Community Remix. It won me back with that last episode. Really, like, you can... This is looking oddly similar to the start of the last run. You can put my enjoyment of Community Remix runs into, like, two categories. One, the category where I get Blood Oath. And two, the category where I don't. We got Blood Oath on the last run, and that made it very, very fun. There was also a lot of other fun stuff that worked out in our favor there. You know, becoming Guppy was a little bit of a surprise. As much of a surprise as it can be, considering it happens all the freaking time now. Okay, that was very scary. I hate these Seller XLs, man. They're actually, like, really, they're disproportionately deleterious, which is also the name of my nerdcore rap group. Because if we take damage, it screws over our deal with the devil chances on this floor, which can screw over our deal with the devil chances for the future for a long, long time. Think about it, man. If we get like a pact on this floor, then we have 2 spirit hearts, which gives us such a good chance of actually getting a deal with the devil on the next floor as well. And then all you gotta do is hope that some of your rerolls turn into HP upgrades, and Bob's your uncle, you're in a great position. Now these guys, yeah, could find a secret room for me, so I'm trying to kill them a little close to the edge here without putting myself in harm's way, because obviously that's the worst thing that could happen. Didn't find the secret room, but I'm proud of the way that went down regardless. Now, we probably won't find enough money to go to the shop, so let's just eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll take the bottom one here. Abel. Okay. Blood of the Martyr. I can be okay with Blood of the Martyr. A damage upgrade on the first floor feels pretty solid. Still very much hopeful that we get it like a single spirit heart or something along the way. Again, anything that allows us to have a better deal with the devil chance is really like what my strategy has become. Doesn't always work out, and it seems like a high-risk, high-reward strategy, because as soon as I don't get, like, a first or second floor deal with the devil, or, well, in this case, first or second, because we're on an XL floor, but, whenever I don't get an early deal with the devil, I tend to tilt a little bit, and I think it impacts my chances. I'll be the first one to admit, you know, there's a little bit of a psychological factor going on there. Let's just try to keep it cool. The earlier we find the boss room or a spirit heart, the better it is for everybody involved. No extra keys means this reroll can just kind of chill out for a minute. I am kind of frightened. There we go. That was beautiful. Turned it around. 2 keys. Let's just go through with our boss room first. That will allow us to open the item room, of course. So I'm going to try to beat Pin. 1 bomb is usually enough to do it if you time it appropriately, which we did. Rotten meat. And now is the moment of truth. Don't take damage against the Widow. Should be possible. Occasionally I'm, you know, bunging up a little bit. That bomb helps out a lot. And I think I've really come full circle on using bombs on early boss fights. Previously it was like, why would I waste a bomb on something that I can easily beat? Now it's like, get that done as soon as possible so you can get that deal with the devil. Which we did, with the spirit heart to back us up as well. And you know what? I apologize if you think this is samey, but I really, really like Blood Oath, and I think it's one of the defining items of Community Remix, so I am totally going to take it. That was like exactly the same deal with the devil that we had as the last run. Alright, so far we've got a very good base here. Really upgraded damage. Blood Oath will help us out in that regard a little bit, but our HP is still pretty solid, you know? We basically traded 1 HP for 2 Spirit Hearts and a buttload of damage along with it. How much is a buttload? Well, we'll see the first time we fight some more enemies, which should happen on this floor. We might not get a chance to reroll Kamikaze, but even if we don't, we'll be taking 1 key and a couple of Spirit Hearts down to the next level, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna necessarily pursue like a guppy strategy on this run, because I think that would be a little cheesy to basically do exactly the same run twice in a row. We could open that, but I probably don't want to, I guess. More keys is great. Now I do want to, actually. And we'll get another key out of it, so that wasn't really worth anything, but that's okay. We will get 1 more reroll. And our damage is pretty solid. We're 2-shotting these spiders. We're probably not going to get another reroll after this, so we might as well, yeah, just finish off this room while we're here. I think it's okay to go to the curse room, especially if we ended up getting a spirit heart here, which we don't, but we get a chest, which contains well, a penny, basically, is what we got out of that. I still think it's okay to go to the curse room, try to stack up some really good items early, and Guppy's head could potentially be that. Would I rather reroll Guppy's head, get another deal with the devil item, or reroll Kamikaze? I would rather get another deal with the devil item. Guys, how could I not? Work with me on that one. And we got the Ankh as well. Jesus Christ, this is... Well, that shot was unlucky, but apart from that, this is an amazing floor. So we're 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy. We have 9 lives already. We're not going to take Kamikaze, but that's okay. And this is immediately after I said I wouldn't pursue becoming Guppy. But you gotta put yourself in my shoes. I don't like having same runs any more than the next person, but I walked into the curse room, there's Guppy's head. What am I gonna do? Not pick it up? Of course you're gonna pick it up. So I pick it up and then I re-roll it. It becomes 9 lives. It's hard to pass up. I wouldn't say I pursued it. I would say that Guppy's pursuing me right now. We're in a great position. I can't deny that. We could pretty much just have a carbon copy of the last run. If we just get one more Guppy item. Like, literally the amount of items we have that are the same right now is absurd. But I don't know yet. Has public opinion changed so much on Guppy to the point where it's become like mom's knife levels of vitriol whenever I get it? That's not a fair representation, by the way. I should apologize for that. People aren't that mad when I get mom's knife anymore. It's almost like an in-joke in and of itself. I think the people who hated mom's knife are now, you know, watching other games for the most part. And as long as it's not abused, people don't really care. You know, because that's the name of the game. Well, the name of the game is the Binding of Isaac, obviously, but that's, you know, one of the things that you do in the game. So we're not in a great position HP-wise, but that's really the only negative here. That and the fact that I just lost my half Spirit Heart, which was really good protection for getting that deal with the devil, allowing me to become Guppy early, and then we could just stack HP up on top of it or something. Careful there. 4 keys is great. We just need to find a place to actually be able to use them. Now, if we're going to do a carbon copy of the last run, I would very much like to see Soul Penny show up a little bit sooner than it did before. Oh, come on now. Be careful. There we go. Because if Soul Penny shows up early, we can get a ton of Spirit Hearts. Bob's your uncle, we're in a great place. Alright, this is fine. As long as we don't let the conga liner break... Oh, that's perfect. We can just leave and they'll be gone. Yeah, that saved me a lot of heartache there. Because I was really actually genuinely worried about those neutral flies causing some problems. Now, the important thing to remember is that even if I die here, it will probably cost me a deal with the devil. And it'll definitely cost me a life. That's not worth all that much. So if I die here, don't tilt. It's not catastrophic. We're still only 1 item away from having an insanely powerful run. If we get Guppy's Paw, I would be very tempted to just actually... Wow, these keys are nuts. I'd be very tempted to actually just keep it. And then use it whenever we got HP. Maybe not whenever we got HP, but like at a coordinated point in the future. That half Spirit Heart's so useful. Okay, 1 spider down. Repeat, 1 spider down. Come on, spider, bro. Work with me here. This room is just a pain in the butt, isn't it? The spider can't even free the neutral flies. Do I really want to get deeper into this bucket of syrup here? Apparently, I've gotten deeper into the bucket of syrup. Okay. I do want that. Risky play, but we made it out. Can't believe that we've gone through so many rooms and have yet to discover a meaningful dead end. I would take the bosses right now gladly if they would give them to me. Looks like our shop might be worthwhile on this floor. We're up to 10 cents. This is exactly the same room that we had before, just more difficult because of the spikes, but the dodge is effective. Having high damage on this room is so nice, just so you don't find yourself completely screwed over. Alright, this is the room we got hit on before. Made a slight change to the operational manual here, and we find ourselves in a substantially safer position. Alright, let's do this, bosses. Peep should not be so bad. Inability to fly, real pain in the butt. But apart from that, all we gotta make sure is we watch out for these eyes. And again, on these next 2 bosses, we can get hit once. If we get hit once on the next 2 bosses, it doesn't matter. And there we go. Now we can't get hit at all. In a way, that's kind of freeing, you know? The pressure is in some way. Wow, that changed quickly. Alright, well now we have the Ankh run, which I actually would like to... Wow, I would like to preserve if possible. I don't think things are going off the rails. I think it was just a bad dodge. For some reason, man, Peep... I always think I have a handle on him. Jesus. And then he goes and does something like that and totally redeems himself. I always expect him to jump really far, but he usually keeps it pretty close to home. I gotta, like, load different... Oh my god, are you kidding me? I've gotta load different brain programs for Peep and Bloat, I think. Okay, this is actually embarrassing. I'm dodging into absolutely every single one of Peep's shots. He's dead, though. And you know what? The crate is a totally acceptable item with a decent trinket attached to it. Let's see what our pill is. Badge? Oh, good. Alright, who are we up against now? Pestilence. So we are going to get a single level cube of meat here, assuming we actually win this fight without dying, which should be plausible, but given the way that I played very recently, I'm not totally sure. And And I have no idea what our deal with the devil chances are. I've taken red heart damage on the boss, so I assume it's nil or close to it. I've been surprised before, though. Come on, don't shoot any more bombs at me. You're on the ropes, man. Thank you. Yeah, no deal with the devil. Not a huge surprise. I apologize on my own behalf for the play there. That was not what a Northernlion cub should aspire to. That being said, we're alive. We have 9 lives left still. This one's going to be a little weird, and then it's only going to be on 1 spirit heart. The ones that come after this, I mean, 9 lives has some funky interactions sometimes. But the one that comes after this should be 1 red heart. Which is good because that allows me to take deals with the devil easier, even if they do kill me in the process. And at least we didn't sacrifice... Well, I guess we sacrificed like one received HP. Oh, don't stand there. Yeah, we sacrificed 1 HP that we got in the wild in order to make that happen. So, I don't mind that so much. Red chest contains a couple of pills. Let's take those right away. Bombs are key. Okay. Not the end of the world, although I'd prefer that it were different. And tears down. Jesus. We are going to get a speed down by way of the small rock, but the damage upgrade definitely makes up for it, I think. And again, the tears downgrade, not the end of the world, because we're maybe not shooting so quickly, but we're still doing a lot of damage. Let's see if this curse room can save us from this prison that we've built for ourselves. And it does. So we'll be Guppy now. We're going to reroll Guppy's Paw into the nail. We'll probably come back and reroll it a little bit later, too. So, again, I can't stress enough that I apologize for becoming Guppy again, but the game didn't hand me lemons and tell me, you know, make whatever you want, and then I made lemonade. The game handed me fucking lemonade and said, do you want to drink this? Who's gonna say no to some fucking lemonade? It's delicious. Don't give me that holier-than-thou argument right now. Oh, I don't drink anything but water and coffee and creatine, because, yeah, okay, it's very good for you. I bet you have the cleanest arteries on earth. That being said, lemonade's fucking delicious. Get your anti-lemonade propaganda out of my face. Now, we are going to have nearly enough money to make the shop worthwhile. Oh, we have enough money to make the shop worthwhile. Toothpicks, fuck off. I think we're going to go back in, re-roll the nail, and check out our shop. We're not going to be able to re-roll all these items, of course. That's okay, though, because we became Guppy on this floor. Blue candle. Blue candle is almost worth more of a reroll than the nail, but free deal with the devil item. It became Brother Bobby. I picked it up just because we're going to have to reroll one of these fucking active items if we even get another reroll, which, honestly, I'm starting to doubt. I still can't be too salty, though. And not everything's working out perfectly, but at the same time, you know, we're Guppy with high damage and 9 lives on the 4th floor. So, you know, how can I complain too hard about what's going on? And we actually will be able to access our boss trap room here, which I weirdly really hope is not an HP upgrade, please. Because if it's an HP upgrade... Oh, this could be good if we get an attack fly here. If it's an HP upgrade, we'll have to use a reroll there, because we really don't want to turn that into, like, a single spirit heart. Maybe it would be best to save it and use it, or to pick it up and then use our reroll elsewhere. Basically, we'd be fighting on that boss trap room for 1 spirit heart. I'd rather just get, like, Squeezy. Hey, whoa, okay. Conspiracy theories will abound now. And you know what I'm starting to think? Oh, that was bad. I'm starting to think that we should have stuck with the nail. I'm starting to think that you should have killed me when you had a chance, Pete. No, I'm starting to think that we should have stuck with the nail. Because this is starting to look like a run where we could actually make this happen. Like, this life is looking like the one where we could make it happen. So we'll come back, reroll our shop, and if it's Book of Revelations, I'm going to roll with it. Let's see. It's portable slot. That's really bad. So we're not going to be buying anything. 16 bombs. I think it would be stupid to not at least look for the secret room. And this run still has a little bit of a question mark next to it. Despite the fact that we did become Guppy and our damage is through the roof for a variety of reasons, this run is not one. It's probably a likely win, but it's not one. So many possible secret rooms in this, like... Oh, what the fuck, flies? I kind of spaced out there for a second during my conversation. Come back, there's a bomb right in my face. There we go. Finally found it. And you know what? It actually didn't take that long, all things considered. Hello, me. Nice to see you again. Picked up a lot of money there. Still don't want to buy portable slot just so I don't have to see it again in the future. Well, what an interesting floor. We'll be leaving, and we'll be leaving stronger in some ways. Weaker in some other ways. Let's get a writer in here to punch up that end of floor synopsis, please, because I am not necessarily running away with it right now. Let's see what we got on the next floor before we start, you know, ringing the victory bell or the death knell. Depths Part 1 should be an easy floor compared to what we just had to deal with. And again, we should pretty much have a guaranteed deal with the devil if we want to kill ourselves. What was our other card there? Wheel of Fortune. I think taking the world card with us is more valuable. But yeah, you know, we could possibly end our life. That was scary. We could possibly end our own life here on a deal with the devil to get more, or to get like a great item. But do we really want to respawn with 1 red heart as opposed to just keeping 3 or more spirit hearts? Interesting question. Greed should be dead, like, yeah, instantly, basically. Come on, be a good pill. Hey, there we go. Balls of Steel in the rotation is very helpful. Wish I had Flat Penny instead of Burnt Penny. Hey, you two cats knocking off. They're not knocking it off. They're fighting behind the curtain. My cats actually have this weird way now of sleeping where they put their feet under the curtain so that we can see them, but their heads are, like, under the curtain on the other side. It's a very strange way of explaining it. Basically, we can see their feet poking out, and they sleep on their backs oftentimes, so it looks like their feet are sticking out straight up, like they're like resting in a morgue or something like that. Alright, we can already fly, so none of these items are worth it. Rage, probably not worth it. Brimstone, probably not worth it. Ouija board, probably not worth it. Well, that was an easy decision. As much as I would have loved to have taken maybe the Pact there, didn't show up, so we'll just be moving on instead, because I'm a sucker, like I said, fucked up in the head. Not. I apologize for that every time, but I keep doing it. Stop fighting behind the curtain! What do you... Maybe they're just playing. It's hard to tell, because in the animal kingdom, you know, playing and fighting are fairly close together. You could be like, oh, look at that snake, he's playing with that frog. Oh, shit! They're playing the unhinge your jaw and swallow your friend game. We've all seen that one on the internet, obviously, but this is a little bit more with a nefarious tone associated with it. Alright. If we can just keep stacking up spirit hearts, I think that we're actually gonna, well, you know, I'm gonna actually pursue making this Ankh life the one that's gonna win. I don't know if it's gonna be our proper choice, but I think it's definitely doable. This is looking like a very quiet floor unless I get more keys. One key is, you know, it's pretty obvious where we're gonna be using that. We don't have a reroll to use elsewhere, and there's not very many seams available here, but if we can get the Polaroid on the next floor, that'll be a big get for us. Another bombs or key pill would be so useful considering I have Burnt Penny right now. But oh well, 25 bombs is great too. 27 bombs is great too. Sorry, that's what I originally meant to say, obviously. And our damage, I can't stress enough, is even better than it was on the last run. 29 bombs, I mean. You know, Parasite's fun. It's not that good, but it's fun. But even if that had been a shitty item on the reroll, what's the difference between 29 bombs and 39 bombs in a situation like this? Seriously, flies. Thank you. It's not even the secret room. I wasted 2 bombs on a room that wasn't even useful. Oh, thanks to your ungrateful fly butts. There we go. And Dad's key, which we'll pick up and put back down. As good as this run has gone, we also have like some pretty dubious item drops, but that hasn't stopped us yet. And I think if we go the Satan route, we could actually have a pretty good chance to just beat the game, even if we only have 5 or 6 HP when we actually come to the blue baby fight. But it will require getting the Polaroid on this floor, which would help out a great deal. But look at this damage, it's crazy. We got like a pretty true glass cannon type run here, which is actually maybe my favorite run type in all of Isaac, because it's, you know, got all the power of a extremely powerful run, but without the, you know, complete lack of risk. Like, we could still lose on this one. There's still some spontaneity and excitement going on. Pageant Boy, man, that is definitely not worth it. And you know what? I don't think a Spirit Art plus a shot speed upgrade is worth it either. I don't know what we're going to want here, but we're going to reroll until we get it, because basically we don't have any other... No, sorry, Wiggle Worm. We don't have any other opportunities to reroll. Like, we're not going to be playing the Blood Bank here, for what I assume are pretty obvious reasons. We can't actually access our shop. There's our boss trap room, or boss room, not boss trap room. You know what we will do is we can spend some money in here, try to gamble, and get Spirit Hearts, get trinkets if we need them. We could maybe replace, never remember how to deal with Eternal Hearts if you're playing as Blue Baby, but Yeah, basically more Spirit Hearts and keys would be nice as well. We're not going to be playing a Blood Bank anyway, so we can take that Eternal Heart, I think. Basically a free Spirit Heart on the next floor. We'll probably pop this Moon card. Why not, right? That'll take us into this room where there is just a slot machine that will blow up and get way more bombs than we bargained for. Well, we got 2. Is that way more than we bargained for? I don't know. So it's possible that that room down there would have let us bomb our way into the shop, the item room. I'm not really that concerned about it, though. I am concerned about this curse room, where half a Spirit Heart will give us 2 Spirit Hearts, so it's a 1.5 Spirit Heart gain. I suppose I should probably try to actually get our way into the item room before I waste all of our reroll generation here. Are these all tiers downgrades? They are. But I'm very unconcerned about min-maxing right now. If I had keys, that would be a little bit of a different story. Hierophant, great card. No question. You know, people get mad that I get carried. I don't choose to get carried, alright? It just happens sometimes. There's a key for us. So that key is going to be useful for the shop. And we're just going to finish off this side of the map. There can't be more than a couple of rooms left, so... one more? Yeah, one more. Okay, that's fine. Maybe wasted 1 reroll. Shit happens. So we're going to use our bombs to get into the item room and our key to get into the shop. Still. We're going to save this other key for the possibility of using it on the chest. And yeah, I don't see how this could possibly backfire at all. No way. So, should have come down into this room to begin with, but whatever. Okay, Monstrous Tooth. Monstrous Tooth is, it's a reroll, so I'll just do it now so I can save bombs for the future. Give us tarot cards. The tarot card is the Hanged Man, so this is a pretty big bust, I would say. I could have used our rerolls for sure on that stem cells as well. Maybe I will just pick up stem cells, but I don't know. Seems kind of worthless. And if I was playing like 100% min-max, I would totally gamble like crazy on all of the fortune tellers, but whatever. So here's the thing, for 1 Spirit Heart, I could either go fight 2 bosses, or I could just pay 5 cents in here. I think it's a pretty obvious decision. So we're going to take our world card with us, but I think apart from that, we're pretty much just going to go fight Mom now. I think it's going to go very well. And again, even though it looks really easy right now, we're not in a totally won position. Pretty much entirely because we lack any means to generate more Spirit Hearts easily. So I'm going to play this just for a little while. Just for a little insurance, you know. More keys would be great. More bombs is probably a moot point here. A better trinket could be worthwhile. How about this? 1 more play each. Not even going to blow them up afterwards. Even though we could get our bombs back. Maybe I will blow them up. That seems like a smart idea now. And there we go. We know this balls are steel? Balls are steel? Balls of steel? No, it's bad trip. World card then. World card! Let's go. We could, of course, gamble on this fortune teller. I'm just going to blow it up. Maybe get some Spirit Hearts. Worst case scenario, we got, you know, more bombs than we spent on it. Alright, regular version of Mom. This should be over pretty darn quickly. Our regular tiers and our flies are actually insanely powerful right now. This is working out pretty great. Hasn't even spawned any enemies, and it's already over. And you gave me Cat of Nine Tails instead of the Polaroid. I'm not pleased with that. Permanent Polaroid invincibility was kind of a big part of this whole plan, but, okay. Sure. So, we still have Burnt Penny. We're still in a great position. I would still definitely bet on us if you're at Vegas right now watching this live. That's kind of insider betting, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll get Pete Rose for that. Insider betting? Is that really how that works? Conflict of interest? I don't know how they... what legality it is. And the main strength that we have right now is the fact that we kill enemies before they even get, you know, within... hit radius of us. So the enemies that we're vulnerable to are enemies that actually fire bullets for the most part. Like that guy. So if we can just not fire bullets, makes our job a lot easier. Obviously the turrets apply in that category as well. Maybe our flies can take him out and I can just dodge. Not a boss room. This is surprising to me. We did get the map, but no compass makes me a little salty. And that's not worth opening up. What would I want from a deal with the devil here? Really, like, the pact is what I want from a deal with the devil. Extra tiers. We did have a tiers downgrade that I don't think we've ever compensated for. Or, you know, equaled out, I should say. And apart from that, there's not too much I would really want from a deal with the devil. Except the compass, which can't happen, so... well, that was easy. Half Spirit Heart there. I'm not even worried about that bomb at this point. I'm pretty sure that we're going to steamroll the rest of the game, but... It's not really me being super cocky that could come back to bite me in the ass, but it could be underestimating the amount of hearts that that Blue Baby takes from me, or the chest takes from me in general. But I'm banking on that being compensated for by the fact that we're going to have the chests to actually open up. So we're going to get a second level cube of meat. This is a slight improvement in our damage. Our DPS, I should say, to be more accurate. There we go. We did get a deal with the devil. I have no idea what I could possibly want from it, but what do you got for me? Sulfur, Sister Maggie. Wow, Speedball, Demon Baby. Have we really gone through the entire deal with the devil pool? You'll never know how tempted I am to use the world card here, but it really is best to save it. Since we're going to be fighting in Sheol instead of the cathedral, it's probably best to save it for the chest. As tedious as it can still be to have to walk through all these rooms, oh my god. Oh, just use the GPS, Mom. It'll just good to the future, Mom. It's okay. Well, actually, you know, there is some value in maybe using the Empress card and then, or sorry, using the world card and then taking the Empress card to the next floor, but I think I'm going to do it the opposite way. I think I may end up using the Empress card and taking the world card to the next floor. That was a very confusing sentence that I apologize for. Basically, I would rather have the world card. I think the world card is more valuable than the Empress card long term. It's a weird thing to say long term because they're both single-use items, but hopefully you get what I mean by that. There's gonna be one person out there at least salty that I'm not picking up these extra bombs. I feel you, dude. Must be annoying to watch, but at the same time, it's extremely unlikely to make a difference. But it only takes a second. Alright, you know what? Don't guilt trip me into it. I'll go back and pick it up. Joke's on you. I was going back anyway to pick up this Empress card, but we don't need to know that. So we still have 11, yeah, 11 Spirit Hearts. It's enough. It might just barely be enough, or it might be overkill. I haven't been hit very much, but that, you know, has a tendency to change as the game gets further and further along. So the crowd control is going fantastically here. The flies are doing their part. Permanent bombs already, and it's over. Very, very quickly. So let's go back there and get... I didn't even use the Empress card? Come on. Now that's embarrassing. I was like, man, this Empress card's tearing it up. Usually I use it after the turrets. My bad. I still think the world card's more valuable. And we're saving keys at this point to actually use them on the chest. I hope these videos are convincing people that Blood Oath is the dopest item in Community Remix. Ludovico technique is pretty sweet as well, but... Every time, right guys? I'm gonna go down to Sheol. You know, muscle memory is... It's a hard thing to break. It's not really muscle memory, just habit. Habit's a hard thing to break. I've done like 900 episodes-ish, because obviously, you know, Wrath of the Lamb wasn't out for all of them. I've done 700 episodes-ish or something, where I've been going to the cathedral before going to the chest. It's a hard habit to break, I apologize. Do keep in mind that this is actually gonna make my life harder here. So it's a lose-lose, which in some ways is probably a win for some people. Alright, let's do this, Isaac. I'm not especially concerned, but I definitely would have preferred a fight where, you know, we weren't having to dodge like a crazy bullet hell amount of attacks. I forgot we had Little Gish. That is actually helping us out a great deal. But yeah, I would have preferred a fight like the Satan fight where you're not really dodging as many bullets by like a factor of 5. That was terrible dodging on my part there, but we are going to get out of this without losing too much HP. 3 Spirit Heart cost for my terrible error there. It's not so bad. Alright, let's pop these open, see if we get lucky. Bean, PhD, Harlequin Baby, all rerollable. Still pretty bad. Let's move along, get our next reroll charge up. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Not this room, but the rooms leading up to the boss. We know now that if I can just have, like, you know, 6 HP maybe for the boss fight, I'll be fine. So we gotta not lose up to 6 HP. Like, down to 6 HP, I guess I should say. Up to that point. These half Spirit Hearts are helping out immensely. I would never have imagined we'd get that lucky to get a Spirit Heart and a half in 2 rooms. And of course, you know, a sloth room where we get a tarot card or something would be amazing as well. But as is, I do, you know, I feel the need to apologize slightly that this is so similar a run to the last run. But again, when you get gifted these guppy items, what are you supposed to do? Guppy is still so novel to me that I can't say no to basically a free guppy run. And Blood Oath, man. Blood Oath is a no-brainer take, in my opinion, now. Alright, these all get rerolled. They're all still really bad. If we're going full, like, bullet hell mode, we might as well take Dead Bird with us. Everything else is kind of worthless. We could take it, we could not take it, it wouldn't make a difference. So I'll save it for the potential that we, you know, run into a terrible, like, emergency type situation and want to actually go to one extra room to get more rerolls, because if we don't, we're guaranteed to lose. Which can happen from time to time. But I would be surprised if it happened on this run, because things are looking pretty sunny right now. Justice card helps out a little bit. It does actually allow us to go back and open that last golden chest that remains, so I'll probably do that, but we'll just finish off this room first. Totally forgot that I could fly. This is why I'll never be an Isaac Pro. You know that, like, really amazing upgrade? Yeah, totally didn't even realize I had it. Okay, the game wants me to win. It's a dangerous line of thinking to go down, but, yeah, you know what? We'll have 3 reroll pedestals. Why don't we just come down here and do one more room? This is an easy one. Famine will be dead before he even hits the floor, and War will just be, well, annoying, as War can tend to be. But the slow from Little Gish is really kind of an unsung hero here. I wish I'd given it a little bit more attention throughout the run, because it is killing things right now. The slow on those fast enemies is great. D20, not good enough. Rosary is great. In this situation, at least. It's basically 3 Spirit Hearts before the final room. I could take Mr. Boom because there's no reason not to, but here's a reason not to. How do you like that, Mr. Boom? We're so flush on Spirit Hearts, we can pretty much stand right next to the boss and make it work. Guardian Angel, also a big help. Turns out we didn't need the Polaroid. And if there's anything I'm proud of on this run, it is really that we turned that 1 Spirit Heart Ankh run into the run that's actually going to be the winning run of the game. I really thought that we would lose that, and then we'd start running on, you know, 1 red heart and making some good stuff happen through some, like, roundabout strategic choices and stuff like that. But instead, hey, if you can make it work on your 2nd life, why wait till your 8th? Took a little bit more damage than I maybe would have liked, but I was also playing pretty lazily through that blue baby fight. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.